The last glimpses of hope have faded from the world, and terror has overwhelmed the planet. As the land of the free is engulfed by the enemy, 3 heroes rise against injustice to fight for the American dream. This is the Freedom Chronicles, 3 thrilling tales of action and adventure for all freedom-loving Americans.
Take a look at Joe Stallion. That's me, rookie quarterback for the Springfield Firebirds. Once a man living the American dream. Now I was a slave to the Reich. It was the end of a long, grueling season. Me and my teammates on the Untermenschen team faced the elite Aryan All-Stars in the Uber Bowl. My script was already written. Never score, get roughed up, and make the Reich look good. It was either that or slaving away, busting rocks in the Hillsboro coal mines until you croaked. So he played the game. This was no longer a game. This was a puppet show. And I was done being a puppet. So I fired off that ball like an old pigskin.
Arrest that man and throw him into the coal mine!
Enter Uber Commander Roderick Metze. I had heard stories about him. Stories from his dentist years. Stories that would make your heart race like a horse.
Wait. He might still be of use to the Reich. In parts, that is. Enough! Take him to Research Station Omega.
Lights out, football man!
As I slipped into oblivion, I heard the boiling anger rising from the crowd. But all I could think of was Metze's face. Where had I seen that face before? Oh, shit.
Joe, you almost missed your appointment. The doctor will see you now.
Roderick Metze, you son of a bitch. Your fellow Americans, for Christ's sake. How could you?
I'll tell you why. My ancestors were humiliated during the Civil War. I am the fruit of their humiliation. When the Germans came, I knew they were bringing justice and order for the white man. And now, here you are, a slave to the Reich. Order has been restored, and so has my ancestors' honor. Anything to say before I seal your fate, slave?
Yeah. Where do I know your ugly Nazi mug from?
No. You know what? I'm not going to dirty my hands with this subhuman. I'm not even going to spare him a second thought. You finish him.
In a flash, it finally came to me. Those cold eyes, that crooked smile. Metze was the same Nazi who took my father all those years ago. All I wanted to do was play ball. Out there, I was free. Out there, no one could touch me. After the war, my father formed a resistance group with some friends. They fought hard, with every inch of their lives. Eventually, like most of the resistance groups out there, they were captured. The sky was the color of fire the day Uber Commander Metze took Papa away. Same color as the fire fading out inside me.
If anyone needs me, I will be at the secret police headquarters. Heil Hitler!
Yes, Commandant. Heil Hitler!
Now the Nazis were about to put an end to my story. Well, that's what they thought. One thing was clear. Metze was a dead man walking. Papa? That you, son? I can't go on no more. My spirit's leaving me. Get on out of here. Forget it. The stallions are no quitters, old man. Hell's bells, son. Papa had ignited the fire inside. I wasn't about to let Metza get to my family. I had passed through the eye of the storm and come out as something else. A beast of vengeance. A machine built to destroy Nazis. You stay here, Papa. Rest up, okay? Go on, raise some hell, son. After Springfield, I traveled across the Midwest. I was a man on fire, burning with a singular purpose, to destroy Roderick Metza. I was a hunter, a predator, following a trail of blood. And my prey led me to the Topeka Space Center in Kansas. The fire was burning ever brighter inside me, but I knew I was in for a heck of a fight. Going into space, I realized I was signing my death sentence. This was a one-way ticket, into the line for Gunslinger Joe. But I had to keep moving. I had to keep fighting. For Papa. For America. I laid into that son of a bitch just like my Papa taught me all those years ago. For him and all brothers and sisters who had suffered at the hands of the Nazis. Metza was finally dead, and I was pretty roughed up myself. Just when I thought the game was over, it looked like we were going into overtime.
My word. Look at that handsome bloke. OSA secret agent Jack Valiant. Super spy for the British Empire. The Queen's greatest asset. Except for one other. Agent Silent Death. My name is Jessica Valiant. During the war, I helped my husband perform his duties behind the scenes. Inseparable, both on the job and off until 1946. Jack bought me time to escape. If I'd had a choice, it would have been the other way around. Funny that. After the love of my life was taken away from me, the world submitted to the Nazis, and my faith in humanity crumbled. I fled to Brazil, choosing a life in anonymity. It was a simpler life. A steady flow of fine alcohol and charming strangers served as my medication. Kept me afloat, without purpose or direction. Then one day, I received a mysterious folder with the image of a crimson bulldog imprinted on it. Inside were the briefs for 3 assassination targets. Torture expert Uber Commander Hans Stiglitz, Hollywood Nazi collaborator Chuck Lorentz, and the infamous General Gerhard Dunkel. What I read shook me to the core. The files provided evidence implicating these men as responsible for the betrayal, torture, and murder of my husband. These men had to die, and so I departed for California in the American territories. I could feel the tug of war inside, a craving to escape this dreadful reality. But I couldn't. Not until each and every one of these Nazis was 6 feet under. Until my Jack was avenged. The man who betrayed Jack. Actor, filmmaker, and Nazi collaborator Chuck Lorentz. Once an undercover agent for the OSA, now a stooge for the Reich. Like so many American traitors, that snake was generously rewarded for collaborating with the Nazis and had been promoted to head producer of American propaganda. Lorentz was now a powerful man with powerful friends. Well, this powerful man was about to have a rendezvous with Agent Silent Death. I'd planned on spending the end of my days in Brazil, I was at the point where it seemed my years of strife were finally over. Jack was fading away into the distant past, obscured by the spirits medicating my soul. I should have realized that's not how life works. And now it came down to this. General Dunkel, the man who killed my Jack. The coward had long ago decided to hide away on the moon. General Dunkel would be my last hit. Then I could go back to my old life and never return. Jack always said he was over the moon whenever something good happened. Well, my love, how I wish you were here. As I stood over Jack's bane, a sense of emptiness overcame me. The deed was done, and yet the hole in my heart would not fully heal. I watched a million stars sparkling in the void. Earth looked so serene from up above. How charming a con man was distance. And so I returned to my old life in Brazil, determined to end my days in oblivion. Wasn't a bad way to go, all things considered. But something had changed. That empty feeling remained, and no liquor could fill its void. Then one day, another letter came, signed by the enigmatic Crimson Bulldog. The American Revolution was in full force, and the resistance needed me. I understood in that moment what the emptiness meant. This wasn't just about avenging Jack. No, this was bigger than me. So I traveled back to America to fight the Nazis once again. Maybe I was heading towards certain death, but Agent Silent Death would not go quietly into the night.
The war against the Nazis was long, but ultimately a failure. My war should have ended when the Nazis dropped the big one on Manhattan, my hometown. When the war ended, we were stranded. No one was gonna help us, but we didn't care. We had a job to do. Take out every Nazi we could on our way to the Promised Land. We were fighting a losing battle. Most of us were dead or missing. I'd been on my own for most of the 50s. Then someone got me a message. Ordered me back home, to Alaska, to stop Black Sun. Stole a sub and set sail for Alaska. Found all sorts of experimental tech, along with something called a camp wanderer. Fit nicely. These boots were made for walking and killing. After 20 years, I was back in America. I had a mission. It was time to show those Nazis there's still fight left in this old dog. My first mission back in America was successful. Base was cleared out. Or so I thought.
Hands in the air, now!
I slipped up. Left enough of them alive to get the jump on me. I was counting how many I could take down before they got me. Then, a miracle happened.
Final warning, hands in the air!
All the Nazis were struck down, as if by divine providence.
Hey, Jerry. Looks like you got my letter.
You son of a bitch! To my surprise, standing right in front of me was Clive Cross, my second in command, and a woman I'd never seen before. Ha! I knew I'd see your ugly mug again.
It's been a long time, Jerry. Have I got a story for you? You ever heard of the Sun Gun?
Clive was there with me from the beginning. We gathered all the misfit soldiers we could, formed the Scorpions together after D-Day, and became the Nazis' worst nightmare.
Great to see you, Cap. Time to bring you up to speed. This young lady managed to find both me and you. This is Ginny
Williams. Ginny Williams. Pleased to meet you, Captain. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah, pleasure. How'd you find us, anyway?
Don't have time to explain. We've got a job to do. There isn't much intel on this sun gun, but we know it's bad. Think Derbestroffer multiplied by 1,000. General Schwartz is hosting a party in his private U-boat, where he plans on firing it for the first time.
Say no more. Nazi death weapon built by Nazis, run by Nazis, and about to be covered in dead Nazis. My most trusted friend had revealed himself to be a Nazi spy, and I couldn't let that slide. You should have never crossed me, Cross. Any last words, you goddamn traitor?
Damn it, Jerry. The fight never left you, did it?
Not for a goddamn second. See you in hell, old friend. Cross's betrayal hurt, but we still had a job to do. And at least I didn't have to go it alone.
We can still make it to the sub from here and stop the launch of the Sonnengewehr. Are you sure you're up for it?
Are you kidding me? I'm always up for killing Nazis.
Jesus, do you always have to be that way? Is it always killing and murder with you?
What do you think this is? We're at war.
Jeez. Mom was right about you. Always spouting your, I've got a job to do and I'm gonna do it and shoot and kill bullshit.
Listen, I've been fighting for 20 goddamn years and... Wait, your mom?
Yes, you idiot. My mom, Henrietta. I'm your daughter, you stupid son of a bitch.
My daughter? Back in the 30s, I was forced to enlist in the army. Training was hell, but there was one thing that kept me going. My sweetheart, Henrietta. Hattie was everything to me. Made me feel important, feel needed. We were even planning on tying the knot the day I got out of the service. That day never came. I never went home. Never heard from Henrietta again. My best friend was a Nazi. I have a daughter. This General Schwartz was about to destroy a chunk of America, and I had to stop him. I was gonna kill every goddamn Nazi in my way. It's over, Schwartz. Back away from the console.
Over, Herr Wilkins? Don't you know who I am? My grand mission will not be stopped. Shoot me and I pull this lever, firing the Sonnengewehr. Throw down your weapons if you don't want your precious daughter to be its first target.
Damn it. You win, Schwartz.
You old fool. Nothing will stop the Sonnengewehr.
Damn it, no!
What's going on?
Dad, come in. It took a while, but I took out all the satellite dishes in the area. I don't think they can contact space from there anymore.
You're saying he can't fire the sun gun, and I can tear this motherfucker apart?
Yes, sir. Give him hell.
Roger that.
Dad, you did it. Welcome back.
Yeah. Mission complete. You didn't do too bad yourself.
I think we did great. You know, Dad, I think we make a pretty good team. Think you got another fight left in you?
We did make a pretty good team. And I wasn't ready to hang these boots up yet. That sun gun is still out there. We've still got a job to do.